Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nick. Today we're going to be doing an unclogging of a Bambu Lab P1S. I have a feeling the clog is happening somewhere in the extruder unit. This is actually a pretty straightforward process, so let's get right to it. Obviously, the first thing that we need to do is turn off our P1S. Once that is done, we need to disconnect the fan cable from the tool head so that we can remove the front cover. Your tool head should now look like this. I'll go ahead and try to extrude some filament so that you can hear what mine sounds like. Most likely, it's the same noise that you hear, an almost clicking noise. Let's remove the 2 bolts from the front of the nozzle to allow the nozzle to be removed. I like to use my Fantic tools for this. It makes all these maintenance jobs so much quicker. I suggest you pick one up if you don't have one, and I'll drop a link down below. Now as you can see, there's filament in the nozzle. This is completely normal. Once you heat the nozzle up, it will come straight out with a little bit of force. I use a tool called the unclogger. Now this is not the reason for the clog, but I wanted you to be aware that this filament in the nozzle is completely normal. Next, I was having a little bit difficult time removing the PTFE tube, and I suspect it was because there was filament stuck in the tube. So I ended up removing this clip so that I can access the tube coupler a little bit more easily. As you can see, even with putting pressure downwards on the coupler with some needle nose pliers, still wasn't releasing it. So I decided to relieve some pressure by cutting the filament on the back of the P1S. Once that was cut, the tube was finally able to come free. Next, I tried to give the filament a little bit of wiggle in a circular motion. I've been able to get some to come free using this method, but unfortunately this time it wasn't working. Next, let's remove the nozzle by disconnecting the 2 cables. Now normally I would start by removing the screw holding the filament cutter, but I totally forgot this time. And instead I removed the 4 screws holding on the extruder unit first. It's not a big deal, but I would suggest removing the filament cutter first, which is what I'll do in the next shot. Now to be honest, the only fun part about this is finding out what the clog actually looks like in the extruder unit, and I have seen some pretty crazy clogs before. On the back side of the extruder unit are 4 more screws to remove the outer casing. Once that is done, there's 1 more screw on the side. Once you unscrew that side screw, a spring and a metal alignment part will fall out. And now your extruder gear is free and you can remove it, revealing the clog. And as you can see, there's an unordinarily large piece of filament that looks like it was built up on the extruder gear, causing the clog. Alright, time to give the extruder unit a good hit with some canned air. Next, we need to install the spring and the alignment part. It should look like this before inserting it. The extruder gear can be installed next. Now replace the long screw that tightens the spring down to make sure that it's compressed. Then replace the 4 screws that hold on the unit cover. Great, it's downhill from here. We're ready to install the extruder unit. To install it, it should look like this. Next, connect the data cable for the filament sensor, then reinstall the 4 screws that hold the extruder unit onto the tool head. I like to screw them in a little bit at a time in a circular motion. It's probably not needed, but that's just my ADD kicking in here. Replace the filament cutter by aligning it back into place and retightening the screw to hold the arm. Next, if you removed it like me, be sure to reattach the PTFE tube holding release tool. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that sounds good to me. Install the 2 screws to hold that in place. Now when you reinstall the cables for the nozzle, it's a little tedious. Just take your time, reinsert the cables behind the plastic clip that holds them in place. Once those are done, I put the nozzle back in place and then connect the 2 cables back into the tool head. Reinstall the 2 screws that hold the nozzle in place. And the last part is reattaching the power cable for the fan cover. Next, turn on your P1S, run a calibration, and you're good to go. Alright guys, I hope this video was clear and easy to follow. If you enjoyed it, please smash the like button. Shoot me a comment. I don't care what it is, just send me a comment. Just make sure it's a nice one. I hope that you're having a great day, and as always, happy printing.